Trevor Mader here at the Taylor County Fair in Bedford, the Sheep and Goat Show wrapping up as we speak, catching up with some of the youth that have been showing in this today. If you could, tell us your name, where you're from, and what you've been doing here at the fair this week.
I'm Cora Locke. I'm from Bedford and Taylor County, and I've been showing goats and working in the 4-H food stand all week.
So the goat show, as I mentioned, it just wrapped up. Tell our listeners a little bit about how that went for you.
It went pretty good, other than one goat wasn't big enough, and then just got third overall and second in one of my classes.
I know goats tend to have a mind of their own. At least that's what I've been told over the years. How tough is that to work with your goats when they're kind of being stubborn?
It's pretty hard, but once you get the gist of how to do it, it's pretty easy.
Those listening on the radio won't be able to see, but you've got two of them right here. Tell our listeners about them. What would you like people to know about your goats?
So Willow, she's got a mind of her own. She's the one with the most attitude. And then Joy, she's pretty chill, laid back, easy to work with.
How many years have you been showing goats here at the fair?
This is my 4th year.
What got you into it?
Well, we were going to do calves, and then we're like, well, goats, we have a big enough space so we can have a bunch of them, breed them, and my cousins have raised them ever since, and we've just been right there with them.
What is your favorite part about showing goats?
Probably getting to see everybody and helping out other people doing it, and just getting to see what I get overall.
What is your least favorite part?
When they get home, because they get stubborn and don't want to walk around the work.
So the goat show wrapping up, what are you doing the rest of the week, or is this it for you?
I'm going to help with the swine show, and then that's pretty much it.
So are you showing in the swine show, or are you just helping coordinate things?
Just helping out.
Nice. Well, hey, best of luck with that. Thanks for chatting, and enjoy your time here at the fair.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to continue on with more interviews here at the Taylor County Fair. Trevor Mader hanging out here at the Taylor County Fair, catching up with some of the young folks that are showing here today. Buddy, if you could, tell me your name, where you're from, and what you're doing here this week.
My name is Weston. I'm here for my showing, and then
What are you showing this week, Weston?
a goat.
And the goat, for those that are watching the video, is right here. Tell our listeners about your goat.
She is pretty cute, just honest and just really anything.
What breed, how big, how old, anything else you'd like our listeners to know?
She's probably around 8 months. She's probably maybe 50, 60 pounds, something like that. And then
So 8 months old. Have you been working with her pretty much since she was born, or how long have you been working?
exactly when she's gotten born.
Awesome. So what does that look like? How do you get her ready for the fair?
Just make sure you get her hair all fluffed up, make sure you get her fat, and just make sure she's nice and does what you need.
We just wrapped up the sheep and goat shows. How did those go for you?
I did really good. My first real show, I got third, and then
What would you say is your favorite part about showing sheeps and goats here?
it's just I know really a lot of people here, and they're super nice.
How many years have you been doing this?
This is my first year really doing a real showing, and I did Clover Kids. I probably did 5 years.
What got you into doing this?
My brother.
What was the Clover Kids? I've heard a lot about that program over the years. What was that experience like for you? How'd that prepare you to show in 4-H now?
It's just it helps me know what I'm doing and stuff like that.
Aside from what you're doing here, what are some of the other things you might do at the fair this week?
Hang out with my buddies.
Awesome. Well, hey, I'll let you do that. Thanks for chatting.
You're welcome.
We'll have another report coming your way later on here at the Taylor County Fair in Bedford. Trevor Mader here at the Taylor County Fair in Bedford, continuing to catch up with those that have been busy with the sheep and goat show. If you could, tell us your name, where you're from, and what you're doing here this week.
My name is Justice Derry. I'm from Bedford, Iowa, and I'm here to show my goats.
So that just wrapped up. How did that go?
I got Grand Champion Showmanship and Reserve Champion Breeding Doe.
For those of us dummies that maybe don't know what that means, or are wondering, well, what does that mean? Tell us what that means.
So Reserve Champion is the second place champion, and then Grand is first.
How exciting is that to earn those honors?
Very exciting. I mean, I put in so much hard work with these animals, and I'm very glad that it's paid off.
Is that a first for you?
It is. It is.
So tell me about your showing today. You mentioned obviously things went well. Why do you think they went well?
They went well. Because I put in so much hard work into these animals. I'm spending hours every day trying to better my equipment, myself, and the goats.
Yeah, I mean, people see you and the other 4-Hers show up to the fair and show, but I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it than just that. Give us a little bit of insight on how you get ready for the fair and how you prepare your animals for the fair.
Biggest thing on goats is their hair, in my opinion, and their temperament. But hair-wise, I rinse daily, wash once a week, and then temperament, work with them every day, walk 20 minutes, just getting them used to me.
When it comes to the hair and the temperament, I mean, do you have an idea of what judges are looking for in that?
So all judges are different, but what they're looking for is a well-balanced, mature animal that can push out nice babies, obviously. And for showmanship, it's all about you. And the breeding classes, it's about your animal.
I don't think I've asked you to tell me about your goat yet, so I'm going to. Tell me about it.
So this is my goat Spark. She is 2 years old. She's the one that won the reserve breeding, and I use her in showmanship. She will be retiring after the state fair to have some babies, and she definitely has the best temperament of any goat I've ever had. I'm just forever grateful for that.
So 2 years old, have you been working with her since she was born, or how long have you been working with her?
I bought her at 10 months.
10 months. So obviously had success with her, but you mentioned this is kind of it for her.
Yeah, she will be retired and put into breeding purposes.
What is your favorite part about doing this here at the Taylor County Fair?
The work that, I put so much hard work into these animals, and just the fact that it pays off in the end with the banners.
Well, hey, Justice, we appreciate the time. Congrats on what sounds like a really awesome day at the fair for you.
Thank you.
We'll have more coverage from the Taylor County Fair in Bedford here in a little bit. Trevor Mader here at the Taylor County Fair in Bedford. The goat and sheep shows wrapping up this morning, catching up with some of those that have been a part of things here today. If you could, tell us your name, where you're from, and some of the stuff you're doing here this week.
My name is Gus Miner, and I'm from Newmarket, and I'm just showing a goat.
Tell us how that went today, Gus.
I won the breeding show.
What does that mean? How exciting is that?
It means a lot because I put a lot of work in with them, and just really excited to go to the shootout.
So to win the breeding show, how does that happen? What do you feel ultimately went into your goat being the one that wins the breeding show?
Just being in the shed all the time, always working with them and getting to know them.
Any idea, what judges are looking for when it comes to that?
Just keep them just want them real stout and just a lot of muscle on them.
Tell our listeners a little bit about your goat.
Her name is Wilma, and I got her from whenever I went out to get a Billy, and just got her as an extra thing, and she turned out to be a really good goat.
How many years have you been showing goats?
4.
So what have those experiences been like?
They've been really good. I really like it.
What got you into it?
The night before weigh-ins, one time, one of my parents' friends called me and said, "Hey, you wanna show a goat? We got one extra." I'm like, "Yeah," So that's how I got started.
Just kind of hooked ever since then. Aside from that, anything else you're doing here this week, or just kind of hanging out?
Yep, just hanging out.
What would you say is your favorite part of the whole week here at the Taylor County Fair?
Probably hanging out and eating.
What's the best food here? I've seen there's a couple food trucks, and of course when there's grandstand events, there's all kinds of really great stuff.
Yep. The ice cream over there in the truck's pretty good.
You gonna check out any of the grandstand events this week?
Yeah, well, I'll probably go to the rodeo and probably go to everything this week.
Yeah, there's no shortage of stuff here. What is kind of the favorite for you? Is it the rodeo?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's going on. All kinds of other fun stuff going on here at the Taylor County Fair in Bedford. Well, Gus, thanks for chatting today.
Yep, thank you.
Awesome. More to come here in Bedford. We are here at the Taylor County Fair. Been catching up with those that are doing great things here throughout the week. And the Taylor County Fair Queen is Lara Lynn England. And we're going to learn a little bit about her today. Lara, I guess just first off, the coronation was last night. Speak to the excitements and the feelings of being crowned Fair Queen.
It's just such a special occasion, and I'm so proud of everyone who tried out, but I think it's really important to show our fair roots whenever we're competing for something like this, so I thought it was really cool that I got to do this even though I show cattle and I'm in 4-H. I think it really just represents our fair really well.
For those that maybe aren't super familiar with it, what does the coronation process look like? What did it look like for you?
On Sunday, we went up to the church in Bedford, and we had a prepared question where we had a speech about 3 things that you would put in a time capsule for Taylor County. and then we showed off our dresses, and they asked us an impromptu question. The theme was American Girls and the 250th of America. So the question was, how would an American Girl doll look today? And we all answered pretty well. We weren't allowed to listen to each other's answers, but then we had tea with our judges, and we had our personal interviews.
Just because I'm curious, what would be one of those things in that time capsule?
I said I would put an ear of corn from Taylor County. It would show off the agricultural impact that has built our community, and it's really important to include that just because farmers run Taylor County.
So now, being the Taylor County Fair Queen, what does that mean? What does that look like for you the rest of the week then?
It means I represent our community, and it's just everyone's watching everything I do, so it's really important that I set a good example for everybody.
Obviously, that means helping out with shows like the Sheep and Goat Show. What are some of the things that now you have to do that are bestowed upon you this week?
I've got to hand out ribbons at each of our livestock shows, and I attend all of the events during the evening. I've got to also sing the national anthem, so it'll be kind of a combination of everything between there.
Of course, the one perk that comes with being County Fair Queen is then going to the state fair in a month or so. I mean, any idea kind of what that looks like, what that means?
I've been told it's a really big deal. We go no contact from our family and friends for about a week during the competition. We've got modeling workshops, and then finally we'll go with our formal wear onto the stage and do a whole pageant. So I've heard it's pretty intense.
I heard you say earlier too that aside from what you're doing as Fair Queen, you're also showing cattle. Speak to some of your other involvements in the fair that you've probably had for many years.
Well, I've always grown up in the livestock barns. I used to show pigs, but I moved on to cattle when I got older. After the 2020 show and go, I just got really excited, and I thought it was really important to continue doing that. As I've tried out for Taylor County Fair Queen, I realized I have a lot more responsibilities, and it's hard to manage with my cow, but staying on top of it is just really important.
What does showing cattle look like? How tough is that?
For me, it's pretty tough because I wouldn't say I'm a very strong individual, and I show pretty big cattle. So it takes a lot of mental toughness to get around an ornery cow, but hopefully that doesn't make me look irresponsible as a queen.
Yeah, I imagine it's different than like what we just saw with the goat show, right? So what goes into that for you showing cattle?
For me, it's a lot of repetition and just trying to get the cow familiar with me. Going in the ring is just so hard for these animals because they don't understand what's going on, but they're just trying to survive the heat, and you're trying to manage them. So it's just a lot of caring for the animal and knowing that they don't understand what's happening, but still trying to keep a hold of them and just get the show on the road.
Great stuff from Lara Lynn England, the Taylor County Fair Queen. Great stuff at Taylor County throughout the day. Been fun here. Lara, thank you so much for chatting, and enjoy all the fun that you've got ahead of you as well.
Of course, of course.
So it's been coverage from the Taylor County Fair in Bedford. Hanging out here at the Taylor County Fair today, the Goat and Sheep Show just wrapped up. I believe the Rabbit Show going to take place here in just a little bit. Trevor Mader with you providing coverage. We're talking with Kristen Smith. She is a part of the Iowa State University Extension Outreach Office here in Taylor County. Kristen, first off, just tell us a little bit about your role here in Taylor County and what that looks like come fair time.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am the Taylor County Extension and Outreach Program Director, and so I started this role in January, so this is my first Taylor County Fair under my belt. I'm originally a Page County native, so know a lot about the fair, and this is a really exciting time for our exhibitors in Taylor County, and I do a lot as the program director for both youth events. Youth is a big, huge priority of mine, but so is adult programming as well, so the fair is a big chunk of my time.
So far with that first fair experience, or first experience going on the other side of the pin from the fair, what has that been like?
It's been really great and rewarding, and it's amazing to see the amount of exhibitors that we have, entries we have. The numbers are looking good. It's not about the numbers, but it's about the experience the kids are having. So it's been really great to see all the projects that have shown up. There's a lot of livestock here too, so it's been really rewarding to see that.
Well, as I mentioned, the Goat and Sheep Show just wrapped up a minute ago, or maybe a few minutes ago, but how did that go? Did that kind of go the way that you envisioned?
Yeah, it went really good. Our numbers have been pretty steady, if not up a little bit. We have a lot of goats. Goats are a really popular thing for kids to show, and this year we actually introduced a sheep and goat future 4-H'er show at the conclusion of both those shows. So it allows K through 3rd graders to show an animal as well for the first time. So that was really cool to introduce and hopefully grow their interest and confidence in the future.
I know the rabbit show starts at I think 2 today. Aside from that, what else is going on here this week?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the rabbit show today, and like I said, we've got a lot of exhibitors and a lot of rabbits, so that'll be fun to watch. And then we have a dog show today as well, and then tomorrow will be Friday, and so we'll start off in the morning with the swine show, and then we'll have the poultry show in the afternoon as well, and then Saturday will be our big beef show. And so we've got a lot of cattle head here, and we've got a lot of people that come to the beef show to round out the fair on Saturday before the sale on Sunday.
Seems like everything kind of happens fast here.
Oh yeah, it's been flying by. It showed up fast, and I'm sure next week will be here before we know it.
As your role, is it, kind of once the fair rolls around, like not that it's easy, but does it feel like easier because all the pieces have been put in place for the kids to just go out and do what they do?
Exactly. That's a really great way of putting it. I mean, they show up for 1 week out of the year. They work their tail off 365 days with their projects or their animals, and they have this week to kind of showcase that. And my job is just to make sure that that's a smooth process for them. And it is a lot easier because I have the support of my county, my families, and my members have been really supportive in my new role and welcomed me with open arms. So that's been really great as well.
Look like the sheep and goat shows had pretty good turnouts, and I know historically, Taylor County is a very livestock proud county. What do the numbers look like here?
They look really good. Like I said earlier, the sheep and goat show was just the beginning. All of our numbers have been up this year, so that's been really great to see. And I hope future years will keep growing those numbers and have multiple exhibitors showing multiple animals, because a lot of kids here do that. A lot of kids have 8 to 10 animals maybe, so that's great to see.
With the sheep and goat shows in particular, a lot of times it's younger kids that are maybe getting into showing for the first time. And in your role, seeing that, how fun, how gratifying is that?
That's super gratifying to see how these young kids that are like junior and intermediate levels, they're taking on that responsibility, and they have that confidence to go out there, and they are able to show their animal and just get a taste of what it's like for the 9 years that they can be in 4-H.
Usually I ask this to the kids, so I'm going to ask you as well. Your favorite part of the fair is what?
My favorite part of the fair, that is such a great question. I love seeing the kids with their animals. The kids probably love their animals, and I've seen a lot of kids just loving up on their animals. It might be hot, but that doesn't stop them or bother them much. So just seeing them put in the work, that's what I love the most about the fair.
It's Kristen Smith, Program Director for Taylor County here. Well, Kristen, I know you've probably got a million other things to do. I'll let you get back to it. Thank you so much, and hopefully the rest of the week goes smooth.
Thank you very much.
Once again, Kristen Smith here at the Taylor County Fair in Bedford. Trevor May reporting.